Another tactics video from Progressive Soccer Training. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely hit that subscribe button in the top right corner. Please tell your teammates, your friends, anyone you want to get better at soccer or football, whatever you may call it. Now, today I'm talking about fullbacks, and even if you're not a fullback, watch this video because it'll give you some great ideas. And one day you may be playing fullback. I think it's very important for you to play every position on the field to improve your development as a player. Now, I got a lot of tips, so I'll just get into it right away. And I'm gonna start with on the ball stuff. So I'm sure you've realized that being a fullback does not mean defending all day. In fact, nowadays fullbacks are some of the most attacking players on the field, which is pretty crazy to think about how it used to be 20, 30 years ago. Sometimes the fullback may even be the furthest player forward. So if you're playing as a fullback, I want you to think about getting forward more often. Now, obviously, you're gonna need to be very fit if you want to play this position, because as much as I want you to get forward, you must realize that getting back, tracking back, and playing defense is your #1 priority. You're not allowed to go up here if you can't get back here in time. Okay, so the only way you're gonna do that is working on your fitness, but also just being more ambitious in your games, okay? Wanting to get forward more, and then having the desire, the discipline to track back when your team is on defense, okay? Just doing that is gonna make you fitter. So think about that idea, okay? So first of all, like I said, the fullback is an attacking player. So I want you to think about combining with your winger. This relationship that you have with your winger is one of the most important ones that you have on the field, maybe other than your center half partner. Okay, so you need to be comfortable playing combinations with this player. The best way to get involved, play that ball and make an overlapping run, okay? Hopefully, let's say you get the ball out here, he's playing wide. Let's say you get the ball from your center half, you turn, you play it to the defender, he starts attacking the fullback. What do? Get overlap, get involved, okay? If you can get the ball in here, this is where you want to get the ball as a fullback. So then you can play a quality cross into someone, or you can even cut inside and have a shot on net for yourself. Okay, but as a fullback, your job is to supply the players in the middle, supply the attackers, the wingers, the late running midfielders with crosses to attack and score. Okay, so you want to think about it. How many crosses did I get into the box last game, and how many am I going to get into the box this game? So think about overlapping runs, but just being more involved in the play. Okay, so if I'm attacking on this side, it's even okay for you as the other fullback to get forward. So say the ball is played into here, I'm making a forward run. It's okay as the other fullback to get forward as long as you have cover. So a lot of times your two center halves will stay, and even, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Your two center halves will stay, and even your center defensive midfielder, or a lot of teams place two center defensive midfielders. So we're okay for numbers. You can get forward, you can be another attacking body. And sometimes you'll see it's the two fullbacks that are the highest players on the pitch, and that's okay as long as when this keeper gets the ball and he distributes, you're making your way back, you're getting back, okay? Or at least you've communicated with someone to cover for you, and then you're getting back to fill in for their position, okay? But like I said, get in the box more, get involved more as a fullback. Make those runs, okay? You may be gassed because you're always used to staying back here as a fullback. I want you to get forward, be more involved. And even if you're not making overlapping runs, let's say my winger's on the ball here, I need to be an outlet for him. Okay, if he gets closed down, I need to be an outlet here so we can play and he can get out, and then you can play into the middle. Or if this isn't on and they're defending in numbers really well, okay, that's fine. He plays out, then we're gonna play around the back and we'll go up the other side, okay? If you know that the ball is coming around the back as a fullback and you're already out here, okay, let's say we got turned around, you came to support as a fullback, the other fullback should be getting involved right now. The ball is coming here, okay, he should be wide as possible so that ball can be played into there and you can attack right away, or that ball gets played around the back and then into your feet and then we're attacking. right away. And that's another important fact that another important tip that I want to share is width. As a fullback, you need to be giving the most width, even more so than the winger. The winger is going to drift inside and be in a more central position a lot of the time, but you need to always give that width. Okay, it's very tough for us to hurt teams if we're always playing right down the middle. We have no width. So if our defense looks like this, okay, it's tough for us to break them down because they're just going to play very compact, and we're going to struggle to play those little passes between them. So as a fullback, I want you to get lots of width. Okay, you want to play really wide with the chalk on your boots. So then here we can play into these positions and we can join in. Okay, but think about giving width. It's going to force the other team to move. They're going to have to come and close down. And then, like I said, we can play across, still keeping that width, and attack. If that ball's coming across and you're in a position like this, okay, it's easy for them to defend. So anticipate the play, read the play 2 passes ahead, at least 1 or 2 passes ahead. You know the ball's coming, so get out here early. Give yourself space. Now you can attack. Now you can play a pass into someone making a run. You can be more involved. You can be more dangerous from a defensive position. All right, so let's look on the defensive side of things. Actually, I wanted to say one more thing before I move on to the defensive side of being a fullback, and that is delivering your crosses, okay? Like I said, this is your #1 task pretty much on the offensive side of things. You need to get balls into the box. You need to give your attackers chances to score goals, okay? So a lot of times, if you can get down to this byline, that's great. Put in a cross, whip across the box. Hopefully someone's making a front post run and a back post run for a tap in, or you need to be looking for someone who's coming in late so you can just cut the ball back. Okay, trying to get to that byline, cut that ball back, and then they'll put a nice side footer, knock the ball into the back of the net. Okay, so this is ideal, this is great. But a lot of times you don't even need to beat a player. A lot of times I want you to think about putting in an early cross. If you can see that there's a mismatch or one of your strikers has space, I want you to put that ball in early. You don't have to beat someone and then put that ball in. And in fact, if you do that, by the time you get here, everyone's already marked or they're too far in. Okay, so you'll probably have a lot more success if you start hitting in early balls. Okay, hitting early balls for the players to attack. But the quality of your ball is so important. If you put it too close to the keeper, he's just gonna get that ball and distribute right away, and we're already under pressure. Okay, if you put the ball in too far behind someone, they're just gonna come and win a header and again, be on the way. You wanna put the ball into an area somewhere which they call the second 6. So it's like right between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. A lot of times this is the most dangerous part, but you have to be looking at the run. Okay, where are the defenders, where is your attacker? But you wanna put it into an area where the goalkeeper can't come or else he's gonna be screwed, and where it's whipped with enough pace, the defender the attacker just has to get his head on it, okay? So think about the quality of your balls. Watch professional football. When the goals are scored from crosses, where was the cross played? When the commentator says, oh, that was a fantastic ball in, where did he put it? How did he put it in there? It's not a high looping ball. It's a ball with pace, and it's in a dangerous area where the goalkeeper can't come, but it's over the defenders, okay? If you're playing balls in, a lot of times they're playing balls right into this first defender and he's just clearing it. That's the worst thing you can do. At least skip that first defender out and give your attackers a chance, okay? So think about quality of your crosses, but think about getting crosses in. And like I said, you don't always have to get to the byline to put a cross in. You can put an early cross in, and a lot of times it's gonna be a lot more dangerous. All right, so let's come on the defensive side of things. Playing a fullback isn't all attacking, it's not all fun. And I wanted to talk about covering the backside, okay? So let's say the ball is played out to here and we're attacking, okay? Center half's gonna come over, fullback's gonna come back to cover, and this other center half's gonna come, okay? So you, as a fullback, you need to become almost like the center half would be if the ball hadn't shifted, okay? So you're in the center of the field. Just because you're the fullback doesn't mean you're always defending out here. You wanna be right across. So you're almost making like a back 3, like 3 center halves at the back. Okay, if that ball gets switched out here, you gotta be the first one to close, and then everyone else is gonna come across, fullback as well, make a back 4. Okay, so don't leave your teammates like this. This is the worst thing you can do as a fullback. Be lazy and let this guy come inside of you, and a ball gets played in and he scores the goal, okay? So always think about getting closer to your center halves when the ball is on the opposite side. When this ball is played out here, I want to be out close to him. I don't want to give him that cross. The same way you want to get crosses in on this side as a fullback, you need to stop crosses coming in. And that doesn't mean you always have to make the tackle, but you have to get close enough to him, light on your toes so you can react. If he's gonna go, you're just gonna stay on your feet, okay? You don't always wanna slide tackle, especially as a fullback in these wide positions. You wanna stay on your feet and just stop the cross from coming in. If he has to turn and go backwards, you've done your job as a fullback, okay? So just make sure you're getting out, closing down these crosses. Don't let him put a free ball into the box. At least get out and contest and force him to make a bad cross or overhit the cross. Okay, but don't let him have a free cross and just sit back and say, okay, I'm just going to defend the ball into the box. That's not your job. You need to get out there and block that. Okay, these other guys are going to defend the balls into the box. And if you've done your job of closing down, they're probably going to put in a poor cross and we're going to defend it and keep possession of the ball. But think about getting tighter to your center halves when the ball is on the other side of the field. Okay, come out and close quickly when it's on your side. When it's on the other side, you want to keep this guy to the outside of you. Okay, if he is coming way across, you're going to pass him off to the center half if he doesn't already have a man. Okay, but you want to stay inside of him. If you're in this position, that's dangerous. Okay, and that's where the striker wants to be. He wants to be between you and the center half so we can get a header on goal. Okay, you want to get inside of him like that. So I think I'm just going to leave you with those ideas today, because again, these tactic videos, I just end up talking for hours, but I'll make some more in the future. But think about those ideas. So first of all, getting more involved. You are an attacker. You're like a second winger. And you have to have that mentality, but you also have to have the discipline and the desire to get back after you've made that attacking run. Because if you're gonna make that attacking run and then be lazy when your team does lose possession, you might as well not play defense. You might as well be a winger, okay? So have pride to get back and defend. Don't let anyone score on you, and you're gonna give that winger a hard time. He's gonna have to track you because you're always getting forward. Okay, it's actually gonna make your life defending easier because he's always gonna have to come back. He's not gonna have the luxury of staying up here in open space. He's gonna have to come back and defend you. Okay, so think about getting forward more, overlapping, getting those balls into the box. Sometimes cut inside, take a shot. Okay, sometimes go outside and try to make that strong ball across the box to someone making a run at the back post or the front post, or a cutback for someone coming. And then when you do have free time on the ball, it's okay to put in those early crosses from wide positions. Okay, defending, you want to think about stopping crosses into the box. Okay, don't give him time, close down quickly, and when you are on the far side, getting closer to your center half, closing down that position. Okay, I hope there's some helpful ideas in there to help you become a better fullback, and I will talk to you tomorrow.